If you haven't heard about Anchor, it's the easiest way to make a podcast. Let me explain. It's free. There's creation tools that allow you to record and edit your podcast right from your phone or computer. Anchor will distribute your podcast for you, so it can be heard on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and many more. You can make money from your podcast with no minimum listenership. It's everything you need to make a podcast in one place. You're listening to Africa Business Radio, where you get up-to-date insights on the Africa business landscape. Log on to www.africabusinessradio.com. Your favorite shows are available on podcasts. Download them on our website and mobile app. Africa Business Radio, towards a profitable Africa.
They are 1.8 billion globally. They will make 75% of workforce by 2025. They will outspace earnings of baby boomers in less than 10 years. Smartphones and tablets are the argument settlers and fact checkers for every conversation. Get more insights on African millennials on Africa Business Radio, towards a profitable Africa.
Wow, it's I don't know where to start from. First of all, guys, you all know this show is for 2 p.m. and then we're rolling at 2:30. So let me give you a bit of my testimony. I don't know how to call it now. I think everything is back to normal in Lagos because what's it called? I didn't even know where the traffic came from, right? I didn't know where anything. It was just traffic all through till I got here, right? I think people are not more used to the, what's it called? I don't think people are used to the, is it the lockdown and things like that? Everything is now normal. I don't even know if it's new normal right now, but we're in the studio wearing face shields. Tobi, I don't think that was normal in January, but then it is now. But anyways, things are back to normal, right? I had a very, very long ride getting here. But then let's roll. We have a very, very wonderful show happening nonetheless. I have a guest here. He's a very, very interesting person. I've known him, I think the first time we met was 2016. When?
2011.
2011?
Yeah. It was a business thing actually too.
Really? Okay. I don't know. I just thought it was 2016. Where we had one quick chat somewhere.
Yeah, no. That was not the first time actually. That was like the second time.
Oh, that was second time? Yeah. Oh, okay. All right, let me tell you guys about Tobi. Tobi Oreoluwa is a Nigerian creative entrepreneur, architect and writer. He founded Alága Collections, an Afrocentric furniture company in 2017. He is also the creative director at Hallo Creative, Hairliners Tásolò. Tásolò is a clothing. So this is Tásolò you're wearing.
Yeah, the clothing man.
Lagosin.
Yes.
The verb is state of the grind. All right. He has also been featured on both local and international media, notably Vogue Magazine.
Yes.
Oh, that's huge. How was that? Not the Vogue challenge happening.
No.
That's when someone doesn't come out now and say that because they are, what's it called? Because they've done a Vogue challenge for them. It's for a Vogue magazine.
No, that's not it. It's Vogue.
Vogue.
Yeah.
Okay, they had just Vogue.
No. That was just a challenge actually.
That was the challenge. Okay, but how was the experience? How did that make you feel?
Yeah, it felt good. It felt like what we were doing was on the right track. Okay. Yeah, that was like, I think like 2 years ago. So that was like give some feather to our wing, to our cap, like that at that point. Yeah.
Right.
Being recognized by a renowned publication. I don't know, Vogue.
So
Vogue.
Which one was it? Was it Alága or Tásolò?
Yeah, this was Alága.
It was Alága?
Yeah.
Well, that's really, really impressive. Did they buy any? Did they request for any?
Yeah, we got orders from the publications actually from different parts of the world.
I'm thinking Vogue should actually do a cover right? Maybe where is it Leonardo DiCaprio or someone is just sitting down on Alága and then doing the post for the next movie or something.
Wait for it, it's coming.
It's coming.
Wait
I can't
for
wait.
it.
I can't wait.
Wait for
I can't
it.
wait. I mean, if Netflix Nigeria is listening to this, I think they should actually talk to Alága to use some of the chairs on set.
Yes. We're actually looking to collaborate with as much creatives as possible in film and music and any other thing. The idea is for us to all push the narrative as much as possible with each and every of our skills.
Right.
Collaboration is like our biggest strength, but I know we're going to get there where we actually have a collaborative Africa. That's where we're going to.
Okay. So, collaborative Africa. Sorry, what does that mean though?
An Africa where we are all in sync.
Can that happen?
Yeah, it can.
Sorry, chipping this in. Blacks, right? Crabs in a bowl. So how's that going to happen? I'm coming from the pessimistic side right now, right? Trust me, I'm an optimist. But coming from the pessimistic side, someone is trying to do something. It's notable among Africans sometimes to want to, So let me give you an example.
Okay.
George Floyd's daughter.
Okay.
Right. Disney came out and said that they offered her shares. It was in the news.
Okay.
Right. And then I saw it on Shade Room. And then some people actually were saying that is too much for her.
Okay.
Like, her father is not going to be the first person that was. I was like, come on. Disney giving that daughter, right, shares. Is Disney giving the black community the shares?
Right.
She's just the face of it. So if you talk about collaborative, right, and when it comes to Africans, right, when it now comes to creatives who have different, thoughts and approach towards getting things done, how do you think that can be done? And, especially concerning the vision you're trying to achieve.
Okay. I think that first thing is that we need to understand that first we are human beings. I think when we have that at the forefront of everything we're doing, it kind of sets us better. It gives us a better view of things like that. So when you ask that, is it going to be possible for us to have a collaborative Africa? I think my answer to that is that for us to have a collaborative Africa, we need to have good role models. I know it sounds cliche. It sounds
role model is not cliche.
Yeah, it sounds very cliche, and but we've seen over time that a lot of us, a lot of people actually have stood up and lost people on the way. They've lost people on the way, and we need people that can be able to stand up and be able to have a strong conviction that can be able to actually push us forward as a people, like that. Because I feel like as Africans, we play too, there's too much disparity between us or within us. That is causing a lot of, I don't know. We don't have understanding of anything.
Is that as a result of, is this, that's wide. Is it about education? Or is it because we are just so third world? It's more of. Let me use the example of the Tower of Babel, for example. Now. Okay. When people were walking, when they got to a point, and let me just say the story as it is. They got to a point, they got confused, and they stopped walking. Yeah. I think as Africans, we are that confused state where nobody understands. It's not as if everybody in their clusters know what they can do. But we don't have a common understanding. We don't have a common language. When I mean language, I don't mean Yoruba but we don't have a common thing that binds us together. We've allowed outside influence to actually dictate things for us. Now we don't understand our own self. We don't understand our identity anymore. So these are some of the things why entrepreneurs these days, you are not just doing business for business sake. You're doing business and you are actually also pushing your own narrative, the narrative of your people, of your culture, and somehow educating the
community as well.
Yeah. Okay. So, well, that's actually a very, very, very nice one, because for me, in fact, one of the reasons why we decided to have this thing going on is just to at least educate the African space a bit about. See, there are some things that can happen, right? There are people who are actually getting things done that you can just connect with. People like you, right? That come what's me. We understand that the leadership could be funny, infrastructure could be funny. You're a third world citizen living in a third world country and trying to be innovative. That just looks like it's hellish in a way, right? But then we bring in people like Tobi, bring in people like Anto, bring in people like Lele, bring in people like Peter Colladi, right? These guys are actually getting things done nonetheless, right, in this environment. And, people could be motivated, people could be encouraged, people could also be educated and just know how to get things done. So, that's a nice one. I hope it happens. Timeline thrown to you.
You're doing your part, like you said now. You're doing your part. Okay. I'm doing my part. There are a lot of people in their clusters doing their part. I know we get to a point where we all come to a confluence. Especially millennials. It's almost, we're almost there. The point where we are the ones that would have to be the ones to call the shot. So the thing we are praying now, that's, I don't know, I just know it's a prayer, is that our generation gets it right. The right people get into the right positions. If we can get because I've seen how a lot of millennials, especially, and Generation Z people coming, I take my time to study them a lot. And I can see that a lot of us can creatively change the narrative of this country. If we can have something that unites us, something like values that unite us. That's the language. Value is the language that actually should unite us, like that. So if you can have it, you're doing your part, I'm doing my part. A lot of people too are doing their part. When we get to that confluence, when we are ready, I know it's going to happen. I'm very positive about that.
Okay, we'll see. Timeline: 50 years, 40, 30,
20.
20 of you. Okay, well, I believe 20. That means that we need to take note of the kids we are going to give birth to from now, so that we can train them in that mentality. So that by the time they start controlling conversations on their type of social media, it will be a different narration compared to the things that happen on the trend list that happens nowadays. All right. You're an entrepreneur, bro. I don't know what it was like starting, right? Someone asked me one day, "Hey, Tommy, I want to be an entrepreneur. What do you think?" I said, "Nothing to you. Nothing to go and do whatever you want to do, man. I have no advice for you, man. Get into it first, right? Make some mistakes on your own. Then we have a conversation after." That's just me. You can call. I might tell someone, "I don't worry. Do this. What if it goes a different way, for the person, or that's just textbook, nice theory. When you get practical, so." What has it really, really been like, especially being a creative entrepreneur in this environment?
So, I think it's been hellish.
Okay, hellish.
It's been hellish, truly. Okay. So, but what I think is that we are, like I said, don't mind me, I might sound a little bit, but like I said, our generation is the generation that might change Africa. So we might have to do some things. We might have to just pick them and do them in ways that people don't do them normally before. And that is not going to come at an easy cost. So most entrepreneurs today, what happens is that, if you're going to come into entrepreneurship, you're coming in to know that either two things. I want to make money now and live. Or I actually want to build something that's going to outlive me. And for you to build something that would outlive you, we don't have a lot of such things in Africa. Things that outlive the owners. There are no much corporations like that in Africa. For you to build something like that, trust me, it's going to be hellish at first. It's going to be hellish. So, because you're going to be building new processes outside what is normal and stuff. So if you're going to come into entrepreneurship, you need to come with the mind that I'm going to go through a bit of hell before it gets better. So that's what I have to say about entrepreneurship. Okay,
you know what? Let's have a very, very short break right now, and then we're back to have more talk with Tobi. All right, guys, get someone in your office or get a friend, send them this link, and then let's be on the African Millionaire Radio Show in a bit. All right, we're back.
You are listening to Africa Business Radio, where you get up-to-date insight on Africa business landscape. Log on to www.africabusinessradio.com. Your favorite shows are available as podcasts. Download them on our website and mobile app. Africa Business Radio, towards a profitable Africa.
Oh, this feels like the final football match between two soccer warriors. Oh my God, can somebody please tell me what the African formation is? Oh, it's 4-4-2, amazing. Cool stuff. That's just super amazing, isn't it? Africa Business Radio is doing 4-4-2 on the news with 40% Nigerian stories, 40% African stories, and 20% global stories. Now that's what I call a homegrown, heart-breaking goal! Go, go, go!
They are 1.8 billion globally. They will make 75% of workforce by 2025. They will outspace earnings of baby boomers in less than 10 years. Smartphones and tablets are the argument settlers and fact checkers for every conversation. Get more insights on African millennials on Africa Business Radio, towards a profitable Africa.
Welcome back on the show. We have Tobi Oreoluwa here, and he's been doing very good with the conversations. I mean, this is the type of episode that I think I will go back and listen to again. I have some episodes like that, that I just want to play, over and over again. In fact, most of the, I would say all episodes actually. I've listened to all episodes about 3 times, back to back. Right. So Tobi, the process of doing Alága, I mean, making the chairs, designs and all of that. So I'll give an example. When it comes to printing, right? You want to print maybe a flyer, right? Sometimes you have to sit on the printers to see if they're going to get it to precision, right? Can you tell us about the process that takes? Right? I'm sure you work with artisans, right? Unless maybe you're blessed to have artisans that pay attention to detail. But then what's the process like? And then what are the lessons you've actually learned from being with people like that and getting them to do excellent things?
Yeah, thank you. So like I said earlier, for us to actually do things differently, we need to tweak the process. We need to make it. So, for us at Alága, the way we work with artisans now is a bit different from how it used to be before. So we have local furniture people, local artisans that are signed up under us, that work with us. So what we do is that we have our designs to specification, to dimension, and we have our designers mount them, work with them directly, and ensure that we have a precise outcome of every design that we have. Like that. So it's very easy for our artisans, from working with them over time. It's very easy for you to say, I want you to do this for me. And at the end of the day, you see something different. So as a business person myself, I have had to go through that a lot, where I have to do stuff over and over again because of artisan problem like that. So that was why we decided to tweak the whole process. Now you don't need to do that anymore, because the people we're working with now, we not only bring them in, we also train them to become world standard artisans like that. So it's not, for us to change the narrative, you have to do a lot of work, like a whole lot of work. So part of the work we are also doing is also to, I'm sure you've experienced something like that before, giving an artisan something, and at the end of the day, they give you something totally different like that. So working with them, you've seen the quality, and that we don't have an excellence culture. Yeah. So that's what we are trying to do now. We're trying to imbibe the excellent culture into furniture making, into our household items, and in ripple effect, is going to now make us as humans, as Africans, live better. That. So, I'm sure many people who are close to me have heard the story about the 3-piece Ofi Agbada my dad gave to me. That dude is 46 years old, right? In fact, I still kept it in my parents' wardrobe. I'm still waiting for the occasion I'm going to rock it to. Okay. Now, the men that made that, right, made it with their hands in Ijebu. I think in 1973 or 74, right? And they were excellent with it. Now, when it comes to people not being excellent and then yada, 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 I think really Africans actually crafted things to precision, right? Do you think that it's a mix of activities or distractions or quick money now? I don't get it, right? What do you think the cause of artisans not getting things done right could be? Well, I would say it's a one answer question. One answer is going to actually solve that. But what I would say is that I actually think that the quality of our work, the quality of our, not even just our work, our ethics as people keeps dwindling because we do not we try to go for easier alternatives. I think it has become a national or continental thing. You can also see it in how our government operates as well. We go for the easier options. So I think that's it actually. Yeah.
Okay, so people now, so is it that there are more life demands happening, right? And then people now want to go for the easier options, and it's making quality of their work.
They want to go for, okay, for example, now let me try an example to you. So, like I said, I've worked with a lot of artisans. I know how they operate, and in recent years, you will notice that a lot of people, a system that we used to use before, which was what's it called now, where people actually, we call it internship now actually, but then people actually used to they used to go and work under an artisan. They learn work under an artisan, and they graduate. So I saw that, we noticed that reduced. It has reduced drastically, especially in the 2010s. 2020s, we don't even
nobody does freedom anymore.
Yeah, they don't do freedom. If they get to a particular stage that they can be able to save a little money, they buy bikes and go and do something else, because that brings faster money. Or they go the other way and do
whatever they want to do.
Yeah, whatever they want to do.
Yeah, trying to aspire to a hush puppy or something. So, well, we've talked about, I think everything we've talked about really still boils down to education.
Yeah.
Right. The craftsmen, the creative industry really coming together, understanding who we are. That's where the education thing comes, right? And I think the Africans really, we have a lot of value. I mean, I keep saying that Black Panther, I think it's the second or third highest grossing movie in Hollywood, and it sold off conversations of African millennials globally. Yeah. That's what I believe, right? Because we are the ones that, I mean, once we get on the topic, right, we take it down. You get what I'm saying? So I think that we really need to, like you said, foster that collaboration, right? And get things done, raise our kids better, and at the same time ensure that in anything we do, we just try to educate someone.
I don't think it's only raising our kids better actually. I think one way we can actually raise ourselves better too. That's I mean we ourselves, we need to raise ourselves better. I think that we need to start taking our conversations outside savagery.
Right.
We need to start taking our conversations outside everything being a joke.
Right.
We need to start having serious conversations and building ethics.
And stop that nonsense called uninformed opinions.
Yeah. Because I don't know, we are also becoming a generation of people that do not actually allow public debate. We do not allow public opinion. We want to shoot everything down when they come. Yeah. And for us to, for an intelligent people that we believe we are, for you to actually for you to show your intelligence, you need to be able to balance two different
so it's not
opinions.
An argument. It's like, I want to learn from you. I want to learn from you.
So if we don't have that, if we don't have those arguments, if we don't have those debates, there's no how we're going to move forward. There's no how we will know the direction that is the best for us to go to.
Okay, this is another sign that should make us think that we should get this show to be 1 hour. But our time is up. I mean, Tobi, this was really cool. I think we're going to continue more of it, outside the studio. Thank you so much for coming on the show. I really, really appreciate it. It was short notice, and then you made it in time.
Thank you very much.
In fact, apart from that, it was pushed 30 minutes, further, and then you still waited. I really, really appreciate that, and I'm grateful for that. Thank you very, very much. All right, guys. Don't forget to go on africabusinessradio.com, right, to listen to more editions of the African Millennial Radio Show, and go on Instagram and check the AMRS. That's THEAMRS. That's the African Millennial Radio Show, right, on Instagram, and then see a lot of things going on there. Tap on some of the past, past editions, and just listen, enjoy it, share with friends, and, let's get our lives going better. Tobi has said, let us educate ourselves. Don't let us have savagery all the time. Let's have correct banter.
Yes.
All right, guys, my people all over Africa, I have to go right now. See you next Wednesday, and don't forget to stay safe. Bye.
Listening to Africa Business Radio, where you get up-to-date insight on Africa business landscape. Log on to www.africabusinessradio.com. Your favorite shows are available as podcasts. Download them on our website and mobile app. Africa Business Radio, towards a profitable Africa. We are the wind in the sails of your business. We are your compass. Chart your course towards your targets. Africa Business Radio, towards a profitable Africa.